Welcome to the Pedagog. Actor Kamal Haasan's recent comments about birth of Kannada language created a lot of political buzz in Tamil and Kannada. In this regard, I am joined by Badri Seshadri, well-known writer, publisher, as well as political analyst, who can give a background of this controversy. Thank you so much, sir, for joining with us. Many politicians, they have extended their support to Kamal Haasan, saying that Tamil is mother of all languages, so particularly South Indian languages. So, what's your take on it?
Let's look at what Kamal said, the gist of it. So, his statement is that Kannada, the language Kannada, has come out of Tamil. That's the sum and substance of it. It may have been presented in different words, but basically, Tamil is mother and Kannada is daughter.
It's kind of how a child is born out of mother.
Yeah, the parent-child relationship. Okay. This is not a new idea as far as Tamil Nadu is concerned. Okay. A lot of people hold these views, not just Kannada born out of Tamil, but that all the South Indian languages. So, let us say where there are multiple stages. There are quite a few people who believe that all the Dravidian languages are born out of Tamil. And then there are people who believe that all the world's languages that are extant today and those who have died, everything put together, Tamil is the mother. Now, this view is not accepted in linguistics. You know, there are words that have gone from one language to another. You can even trace at what point it happened, right? And again, the common words like milagutani and catamaran, which have gone from Tamil to English, they are understandable, right? When is the first attested use of this word in this language versus that language? And even the structure itself, obviously they are not English words, they are Tamil words. And Tamil, they have clear root. Now, they don't give rise to this theory that this language has given birth to that language, right? That is silly. You get into very fundamental roots, and linguists look at a lot of such things. First of all, close relations, father, mother, brother, sister, son, daughter, you know, all these words and more, these relations, right? Now, closely related languages have these words will be very, very close to each other. Like take for example, in a different context, like take amma, appa, right? This is how Tamil uses that, and that is exactly or closely related is what Malayalam, Telugu and Kannada. But Sanskrit and the what we call as Indo-Aryan languages, the North Indian languages largely, they also have ma and pa, but it comes with a different structure. Matra, pitra, those are the Sanskrit words. But interestingly, that's different. The tra and the add-ons make it distinct from Tamil or the Dravidian languages, but it is closer to Greek and Latin. Mater, pater, which has become father and mother. So, from these languages to Germanic to English, that is a route where you can see that. So, they are distinct, the pathway is different. So, there are lots of misunderstandings and myths floating in both these states and the language speakers of these two states. Some of the Kannada people say that no, we have nothing to do with Tamil. Our language has come from Sanskrit. That is completely not correct. Linguists will very clearly indicate why it is not so. The loan words from Sanskrit, there are considerable loan words present in all the South Indian languages, including Tamil, but the number of loan words in Tamil is considerably lower. While Kannada and Telugu and later on Malayalam have accepted lot of loan words from Sanskrit, Tamil has resisted that historically, right? But quite a few Sanskrit words are present in Tamil. That is why you even had this pure Tamil movement, Tani Tamil Iyakkam, which is working towards removing all those foreign words. When they say foreign, it is primarily Sanskrit and related Indo-Aryan languages. They were trying to get all those words removed. Right? Today, you have a sort of a similar movement in Malayalam, perhaps not very popular, Pacha Malayalam movement, where they are trying to get a lot of Sanskritic origin words removed and trying to write something which will appear much closer to Tamil, because they are highly related. They are highly related because the departure is only around 1000 years back. But the departure between Tamil and Kannada is much earlier, probably even 2500 or 3000 years before. And the one between Tamil and Telugu is even more, probably 4000 years, right? So, the more the time for departure is from today backwards, the closeness goes away, the distance increases. Let us take 2 or 3 myths and I will give what the linguistic viewpoint is, and you must verify this with professors of linguistics. Let me make that very clear first of all. Professors of linguistics, not Tamil professor or Kannada professor or Malayalam professor. Okay. The linguistic understanding is that all these South Indian languages, not just these 4, there are at least another 30 to 40 plus very small languages, small in the sense of number of speakers of that language, right? You may call them tribal languages, but I do not even want to use that word. These are all small groups who are speaking those languages. Lot of scholars have actually built a grammar for that language, though the people are not writing grammar. Any outsider can work with a group of people speaking one common language and you can reconstruct the grammar for that. Linguistics has a certain way of going and doing that, right? That has been done and there are plenty of PhD theses on that. It could be the Irula's language, it could be the Toda language, it could be the Kuruba language. There are plenty of languages. I would say, from my memory, somewhere around 30 to 40 languages, right? These are all called Dravidian languages. This is just a name, right? Somebody could have kept a different name, but the word Dravida has been used to represent sometimes Tamil. This is where the confusion comes. In the Sanskritic literature, the word Dravida has been used to represent Tamil, the language, but also South India, the geography. They have been used interchangeably. Either Tamil, the language, or South India, the geography, right? So, because of that, when in our national anthem, we say Dravida, it represents South India, not a language, but a geography, right? So, when scholars started looking at it, they used the word Dravida. These 30-40 plus Dravidian languages, they all are considered to be part of a single family. That means that they share a lot of root words and their underlying grammatical structure, the sentence structuring is similar, if not fully identical. It's almost identical, maybe with some small variations, right? That is why they are considered to be part of a single family. Another family will be considerably different from that on words as well as the underlying grammatical structure. That is how we identify a family. Okay. So, this is the first thing that I would say, and therefore, the linguistics subsequently says that all these languages should have originated from a mother language, but that doesn't exist anymore. It is not extant anymore.
Is there any evidence that the mother language?
So, evidence for that cannot be given, but structures can be shown on why that is the case. Unlike in biology, where you can actually take fossil out and show, right? In biology, people used to question evolution for a long time. How do you know that this has come from this? How did that happen? What is the process? We don't believe, because that was a time when everybody was saying that God created all the species, right? Now you are saying one species is transforming into another species. The word is not transforming. Suddenly one day a gorilla or a chimpanzee doesn't dramatically change into, okay, I will shed all my hair and I am human. These are gradual processes, which means each intermediate stage is a separate species, but those species die away. Likewise, in the process that we are talking about, there have been certainly many such languages that are not even extant today. We can identify many languages in many other families that are gone because the speakers of that language have died out, or they have chosen another language, and that is why even every once in a while you get this thing that UN says so many languages are likely to be extinct, and we know that there are only few handful of speakers in Andaman Islands of one particular tribe, and with them that particular language will go away.
There are a lot of myths actually. I think you know better that Tamil is mother of all Dravidian language. Tamil is even mother of all world's language, and some claim that all languages born out of Tamil, and the first migration is started from Tamil. So, what's your stake on such claims, even by senior politicians in Tamil?
How can we give any credence to what politicians say? There is zero value to them. But these statements are, they are not, they have no fact underlying them at all. Right? The world is a very, very large place. Okay, we have other solid evidence for migration of people. When we are talking about people, we have to really understand that the current species of all of us, you and me, is called Homo sapiens sapiens. Please understand all these things. This is for the students and youngsters. For the politicians, come up with your own funny stories, it's okay, right? You got to run your shop, so you got to have something. But for those who are seeking knowledge, there are hundreds of sources, read them.
But even Siddaramaiah has reportedly saying what Kamal says is completely lie, and he reported, I mean, as Chief Minister of Karnataka, he responded to the remark given by the Kamal. As well as Tamil Nadu government concern, is no official press note or any.
I don't think it is. There is any role for governments in this mess completely. But one can quote solid theories to say that the claim or the statement by Kamal Haasan that Tamil is mother and Kannada is a child or a daughter, there is no basis for that. But what is true is Tamil and Kannada are sisters. That is where it ends. Anything beyond is not going to help. Now, politically, Kannada organizations may say, we won't let Kamal's movie to be played here. They may say Kamal has to apologize. Kamal says, I won't apologize. Now, those are all funny stuff which I am not going to comment on right now. What I would say is that both sensible and knowledgeable Kannadigas, that is general public, who are seekers after truth, and linguistic professors and academicians and even amateur linguistic enthusiasts, say people like me, I am sure there are quite a few, they know, they understand they are learning that languages are related, not in this hegemonistic sense. I am bigger, you are smaller. I am better, you are inferior. That is that kind of a language is an incendiary language. It is not required, right? And there is no truth in that as well. Liberate your language. There are there are some facts, right? Tamil can be proud of, if at all one can be proud of, right? Tamil boasts of considerable body of literature, what qualifies as literature, older than the other South Indian languages. Script will come to last, right? I am talking about written literature or oral literature which got eventually written down. The Sangam corpus is older than anything that is available in South India. In the Dravidian family, that is number one. Second, in the inscriptional space, the only South Indian language which is written in the BCE period, right? 3rd century BCE at least, is only Tamil. At that time, in the rest of South India, inscriptions were made only in Prakrits and Sanskrit. The earliest Kannada inscription comes only around 5th century, to my knowledge. The Telugu inscriptions come even later, and naturally the Malayalam inscription will be much later.
So can you just explain that Sanskrit mixed with Dravidian language, because it's another point of debate now.
This is nothing new. When people move around, they carry words from other languages that they know into their own language, right? It is happening today. We use a lot of English words in everyday Tamil speak, right? In the early times that we know of, if you just look at Tamil, right from the earliest documented Tamil literature, it has Sanskrit loanwords. Earliest Tamil literature that is available. And interestingly,
You're talking about Keeladi?
No, I am talking about Sangam corpus, written text or writable text, the literature that have survived. Okay. You can come up with a list of Sanskrit origin words that are there in Sangam corpus. You can look at that. Interestingly, Dravidian loan words are there in Vedas. Solid research has been done and people have documented and taken out a set of words. So, earliest known Sanskritic literature has Dravidian words. Earliest known Tamil literature has Sanskritic words.
What it means actually?
It means people were already mixing up with each other, talking to each other. People were learning both the languages. There were enough people learning both the languages, and therefore they were freely using words of one into another.
Thank you so much, sir. Very interesting.
Thank you.